Hey everyone, it's Connor back from This Old Farm, and today we're out here at the farm, and as you can see behind me, we're working on the Super M. So, the beginning of this week, this past Monday, and that would have been, oh gosh, I don't know what the date was, we went and picked up the cylinder head for the Super M. They got it finished. They got the new valve seat put in. If I tipped it over, if I move my head gasket set out of the way here and a couple other things and tip it on its side, let's see, I want to say it was that one. Yep, that one. They put a new valve seat in. You can see the nice shiny seat there. They put a new valve seat on that one, and because of there was a crack, I don't know if you guys will be able to see the pinning or not. There was a crack that ran from here, I think, down into the valve cup, they called it, and so they got the crack pinned. They put a new valve seat in it. They had to ceramic coat it because of it had a little bit of a leak there. They figured that one was going to have a leak. And then back here on our cylinder 4, we had water down in this, inside of this exhaust hole on top of sitting on top of the valve. And of course there was bubbling down in that one too, so they ran their ceramic coating sealant stuff through it and got it all sealed up. They put the valves back into it. These are the same ones that we pulled out of it when we pulled the head off back in December that you guys just saw the video on. So we got those back in. I went through and these are just real loose. They're just hand tied on. Same with these ones. I went through and put the 3 manifold studs that didn't come out with the nuts. We got a couple over. If we go over here, I've got a where is he? There he is. I've got a bucket here that you can see. The other 3, they came out with the nuts still on them, so we'll just run those back in. I've got all my head studs. I got the 3 nuts for the 3 nuts and washers for those studs that we put back on. And just some other miscellaneous stuff that we've got, some washers and things that go up onto the tractor here. So the first thing, or our first order of business, is we kind of have to clean up the deck of the block here. Get it, you can see it's not nice and shiny, so we got to get it nice and shined up. And what we'll do is, we'll come over here, and we've got these, if I pull one of them out, we've got these Scotch Brite pads. Now this is a used up one. But you've got, let's see, we've got one over here that's just a normal, well, here he is. You've got your normal Scotch Brite pads. Well, this is basically this same stuff, just it's been cut into a circle, and then they put this little plastic deal on it. And what you can do is you can take, and they've got a tool that goes with it too, that goes on the drill, and I'm not sure, it's somewhere in this box, or possibly on a drill somewhere. And what you do is you screw this onto that piece, and then you can take your drill and clean up the surface of the whatever you're working on. So we did this when we had it off the first time. I'll go through and do it again, because it of course kind of got a little bit dirty from sitting while we waited there those 2 months or whatever it was roughly. From the time I dropped it off at the shop to now, or when I should say from the time when I pulled it off to now. And we're going to get that, we'll get this cleaned up, and we're going to work on getting the head on this thing, and hopefully we can get it running. I stopped at Napa Auto Parts and got some brand new spark plugs with it, so we don't have to be running our junky Champions up there. We don't have to worry about falling out, because I'm not too sure how good Champion spark plugs are anymore. We got some other miscellaneous new parts and stuff for it, so we'll start getting things figured out and go from here. So we'll talk to you guys when we're maybe looking at putting the head on, hopefully, or something. You guys will know in a second here what's coming up next, so stay tuned. So I went through and I used the drill with the Scotch Brite pad piece and got kind of over the majority of the area, and now I'm just taking the big pad and going through and kind of doing a little bit more fine-tuning, I guess you could call it. Kind of getting a little bit better of a job at some of the areas than what the small pad could do, what's on the drill. And just kind of getting around these head studs, I guess we'll call them. With the pad, it's really hard, or the small pad, the little drill piece, it's really hard to get around these studs, and really they should be out. But because this was done not too long ago, with the first job, and because it didn't get too terribly dirty, I'm just going through here with the hand pad now and cleaning up. And basically what we're trying to do is just get a nice shiny surface. Just something that's really nice and clean. You can see how much that one shined up. And if I take my paper towel here and wipe over it, which I'm probably going to do over the entire thing, you can see how nicely it's shined up compared to these spots where I haven't really gotten yet, or even in the center where it hasn't been gotten yet. We're just trying to make everything nice and clean so that we have a good set with the head gasket, so that we can eliminate that as being a possible leak spot. So we're just going through here and shining everything up, and I'm kind of shining up the studs too as I go to make them help the sliding on process. I'm going to go to put the head back on. I'll just sit and take here and run it back and forth like I would a piece of emery cloth. You can see how dirty it's gotten already compared to the side that hasn't been used. So I'll just keep going through here, keep doing this until it's pretty much clean. Alright, so we're getting ready to put our head gasket here on. We got a new one from Steiner Tractor Parts, and I'm going to go through and use this stuff. It is a Permatex copper spray gasket sealant, high temp sealant, and we're going to go through and spray this on the gasket before we set it on the tractor. It says that this side needs to go down, so we're going to spray this one first, and then I don't think I'm going to put it on the tractor. I'll then spray it the other side and then put it on the tractor. But this is what I was told to use by some tractor friends of mine. That the tractor group, of course, as I've mentioned before. It's got a little, like a paint can, you gotta shake it up a little bit. I've done that some already. I'm already getting the thing dirty. And we're just gonna go through, I guess, and just sit here and spray it. I'm gonna try not to get the camera. I've never done this before, so I don't know. I don't know how thick or thin of a layer to go. I guess this will work. Didn't come out orange like I was thinking it would. Hopefully you guys can see this. Just kind of painting it like I would a like you would paint a wall, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's got a little bit of an orange tint to it. And now we'll come over to the tractor here. I'm just going to leave you guys there. Make sure that I've got this side down. Where's the thing? There it is. This side down. And got it going the wrong way. Go ahead and spray it like, or put it like this. And gently, very tight. Get it down below the threads. Oh, not liking this too much. There we go. So we've got that on. Now it's time to put the head on, I guess. So here we go. Alright, I'm going to just start the camera. I'm going to go grab the head and we'll try getting it on here, I guess. Wish me luck. Alright. I'm going to set it just kind of up there. We'll just try to continue to move it around here a little bit. Very heavy. Very heavy. This is going to be in my way a little bit. Oh, come on. Need to be up, standing a little higher. Don't quite have the leverage I want or need. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Very heavy indeed. Alright, I gotta get this little fitting out of my way. Just goofing some stuff up a bit. I just got one valve here that's gotta get around it. There we go. It's up there. Oh, oh. Oh, pinch my finger a little bit. It's okay. Not bleeding, so that's what matters. Oh, he's wedged himself slightly. I'll come over here to your guys' side and move the hood out of the way, and I might have to bump you guys around just a little bit. Here, there we go. There we go, we got a little bit of movement. And with the sweatshirt caught in there, we're down. There we go. We got a head on. So, now what we gotta go through and do is put all our nuts on and go through and torque everything down. So I'm gonna catch my breath here a little bit after that, and well, I'll get to doing that. So there's a little bit of blood from the pinching. That's okay, we've got a head on. Let's get to work. Alright, so we're working on torquing down our head bolts now. I'm following the procedure that Scotch Senior did. If you guys watch Scotch 253's channel, sorry, the two of them went through and rebuilt a Farmall Super M, totally, you know, tore everything down, basically restored it. And I'm just kind of following his procedure. He started with he did 3 torque increments. He did a 50, I want to say it was an 80, and then the final 110. And he started in the middle and then worked his way out. Now I was working from this side, or from the, what would be the carburetor manifold side. I'm over on this side to have easier access, because I read that you should start from the opposite side you're working on and move across that way. So we're we are working on torquing them. I'm doing the 50 currently. There's the click. Get it on there. And there's our click. So now we'll move, or we have the two, I don't know how I'm going to get those. Might have to put an extension on. So let me go over to my toolkit. Because I don't have a deep well socket that is the size I need. So hopefully with this, I'm going to get the lever there slightly out of the way, we can get things to work here. So I gotta watch this. My torque wrenches likes to get set off just slightly lower, 50. There's the click. I'll move to the other side if I can. Get it on there. There we go. I should take these, and I can take these studs out for the manifold, or the valve cover. Oops, there we go. I moved it again. Is it not clicking? There it went. Now we'll move back over to the, let's see, I think I got that one already. I can just double check that. Yeah, I did. So we'll move to the last two down here at the end. Now some of these were, I couldn't get them tightened down by hand. So I used my normal wrench, but then now that we're tightening things down again, it's goofing stuff up here a little bit. We'll come back down here. These are the final two to do at 50 down at this end before we move on to our 80. Okay. Here, we're going to take this guy out again. There we go. Alright, now we're at 50, so I'll loosen up the thing and we'll bump it up to 80. Alright, tighten it back down, and now we'll start from the center again. There's 80. Let's just continue to work our way around. All right. Ooh, last one. Put our studs back in here, just loosely for now. Get those in a little bit. Oh, come on. Look bent. Well, we'll get those in, and start doing the last of the put together here, so we at least have our head on. Alright, well, there we go, everybody. We are put together. It's pretty much took us all day to do this, but we're at that point of totally assembled again, which is really nice. We can go ahead and throw our muffler back on, or I shouldn't say back on, because this one hasn't been on before. If I can reach it, there we go. Because we went through and got our new manifold that's actually got the pipe on it. It says, I don't know if I shared with you guys, but the old manifold, the pipe came out of the threads there and stuff, and we actually had the pipe welded to the bottom of the muffler. So now we can actually put a newer muffler on it. And I think pretty much we're at the point of just about being ready to start it up. I've got to set the valve lash, I guess, the gapping of the valves yet. We have that yet to do. And then it'll be fill it up with some coolant, antifreeze. I just call it coolant antifreeze because it's easier. Fill it up with some antifreeze, and we'll be looking at trying to start it back, or start it up again, and hopefully I have my timing all set right. I think I do. It looks pretty much like it's bang on, so hopefully we can have no issues there, and we'll be back to driving the Super M around. So this isn't going to be the end of the video. This we'll get the start up in it yet here, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I think I've got to go get some a set of feeler gauges for setting my valve lash, so because we don't really have a set, I don't believe, amazingly. So I'll have to go get some of those tomorrow. Hopefully I can find some and we can get on the road here, get the show on the road. So this is going to be it for tonight for getting things put back together, and that we just have to, like I said, we just have to set our valve lash. I threw the valve cover on just to keep junk out of here because birds fly around and knock stuff down from the roof. So we'll I put that on just so we don't have, like I say, just don't have stuff, gunk falling down. And then tomorrow we'll be looking at setting the valves and hopefully dumping some gas into the tank and trying to fire it up. So stay tuned.